users community is greatly benefited due to Delnet's constant endeavors to collect, store, and disseminate information as well as offer needed computerized services. I sincerely pray and wish the beautiful collaboration of Delnet with its member institutions continue by manyfold and maximize the use of information and knowledge in the coming decades of the 21st century.
25 years is a landmark in the history of any institution, and it is a time to celebrate. I had the privilege of being a member of its governing body and also treasurer, and I hope that Delnet will grow from strength to strength in the coming years.
For me, it's a mission. And when you are in a mission mode, for instance, if you are digging a tunnel in the hill, until you reach the other end, you don't come back. Either you are finished or you go ahead. There's no other way.
The credit must go to the founder, Dr. Kaul, and his dedicated team, which conceptualized the first concept, they evolved the concept of Delnet.
My main concern has been the good of the country, disseminating information, networking libraries, information available in the libraries, spreading it, giving it to the users. And for that, I had thought of big projects where the country would benefit. Our journey is long. It's not the end of the road in any case. Hurdles that come across are not hurdles to stop you, though the people who created the hurdles would not understand why they are doing that. But I now feel whatever they were doing, that benefited me in taking a rigorous course, a better course, and we are now independent as a result.
In India, particularly, the resources are comparatively limited for arranging all these libraries. So this networking helps even a poor person to get access to all these things. That way it is expanding not only knowledge for the general society, but also penetrating deep into the layers of the society where normally you don't reach.
Suppose an engineering student, he doesn't have enough money to buy the textbooks or a book which has been prescribed by the institution. If he can borrow it for 10-15 days through Delnet, I think it is a great service to the students who doesn't have enough resources to buy their textbooks or their reference books. In that way, it is helping the poor people, poor students, and helping the society also. Because you see in the public libraries all over Delhi, the Delnet have membership, and the public libraries for old retired people, they also come. They can borrow it through Delnet and just give it to the reader who wants to read. It's promotion of reading among the older people, among the poorer people. In that way, Delnet is contributing to the society.
In the realm of expansion of knowledge, it has served a great thing, and it has now about 6,000 member libraries, and including 8 from outside India.
Even outside, we have members in USA, Oman, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, and even all nooks and corners of the country. They are being networked, all prestigious institutions, they are the members of Delnet. Delnet basically is more into providing and inspiring, the resource sharing among the libraries, the resource discovery as well as the resource sharing. We work, in fact, with that missionary zeal and die-hard spirits that we possess to ensure that the information needs and requirements of our user community, of our member institutions are being met.
We don't take any grants. This financial support is based on membership fee. It's a nominal membership fee. Since 1999, we have not increased it. The reason being, we are not a commercial body. We don't want to make money.
And the membership fee is very nominal, 11,500 that we just simply charge. For past 20 years, we have not increased that membership fee.
At present, Delnet has 6,000 institutional members, and it also has 3 crore bibliographical records, which the member institution can use for their day-to-day services and for the purpose of reference.
We have to prove that we are useful. I started in 1998 the National Convention on Knowledge, Library and Information Networking. That is one major thing which we are organizing every year.
Happy to be here for the inauguration of the 19th National Convention on Knowledge, Library and Information Network, organized jointly by the Tezpur University and the Developing Library Network, New Delhi.
I also started the annual lectures, Delnet annual lectures in 1998, and then the lecture series. We have experts coming from different parts of the world or from India who come and speak.
Dear friends, India is embarked on the mission of skilling 500 million people by the year 2022. These 500 million people, mostly youth, will need to be empowered with the knowledge from books and journals as well as. Hence, the role of libraries will be very important in this domain.
Delnet is not just simply a library, it's a library network. So if someone joins Delnet, so they become in part a member of those 6,000 libraries because they're able to reach out and can access that material through us.
At Delnet, we have the conference facility, we have other facilities, workshop facility.
Delnet is also organizing the training program for the technological upgradation, for the skill development of the library staff, and so that they can adopt this technology.
We have to do research in new issues emerging, new softwares, new technologies coming in, and when we are satisfied, we pass it on to our member libraries. This is going to be the most successful library network. It's already a successful network and providing service to millions of people, scholars. We are trying to empower the librarians. They should be able to provide better service to their users, quality information they should be able to provide so that the users come back to the libraries. Because I'm 100% sure web resources per se will not be able to satisfy the needs of the users. We need knowledge experts. We need knowledge experts who are going to pick up the best knowledge, the quality knowledge.
There has been an expansion of higher education during the past 15-20 years. Many new libraries have come up. Many government libraries are struggling to get funds for their subscription. In that scenario, if we get an organization or promote an organization, expand its activity like Delnet, then it helps other libraries to share their resources, to develop their manpower, and also to contribute towards the overall librarianship in the country by way of sharing their expertise, the technological expertise, the technological upgradation of the libraries, which is very important these days because now we are all in an internet-driven society.
The Delnet is the largest library network in entire South Asia.
And I'm proud to say as an Indian that what OCLC is doing to the worldwide libraries, similar services Delnet is providing to Indian libraries or Asian libraries in a much prompt, less complicated manner, because there are a lot of complications in WorldCat and OCLC, and Delnet is very smooth and very simple way of getting material from the other libraries.
In our organization, for example, IGNCA, we have many books in the field of art and art history which are very expensive, and not less than 4,000, 5,000, maybe 10,000. So those books, if we can share with others, which the other libraries do not have, so it is a great benefit, and it is some sort of, you can say, the cost effectiveness. If they are used more, then we are happy that we are contributing to the society, and we are helping the other art institution, art schools, and the libraries like Asiatic Society, Kolkata, Mumbai, to pursue their research with sharing our resources with them. And Delnet has a very good service that is called interlibrary loan, and every day I think the Delnet person come to our library, bring books which are very expensive or rare type, and they return it very efficiently after 10-15 days after the use of the library.
If you come to JNU, every research scholar knows that this article or this book I can get from the Delnet. We have a kind of even online link to the Delnet services where research scholar are supposed to directly place the request, and the kind of confidence we are having in Delnet services because of its prompt delivery.
Our prime motto is to ensure that the user's requirements, in today's day and time, especially with the financial crunch, you have scarcity of funds, in the institutions, and one must really come forward in making the best use of Delnet.
Like whenever a new book recommended by a faculty, first the request goes to our concerned officer who is coordinating with Delnet to first check in Delnet. If book is not available through Delnet, then it go to the acquisition department to further process. So we are so dependent upon Delnet for new book procurement because we know that our budget is limited and we cannot buy each and every book required by that. And it's a collection of the resources, the databases. It is at par with any international network.
In their mission of disseminating knowledge of modern way of doing, and a fantastic service Delnet is doing throughout the country and neighbors.
I always believe libraries are the great creator of new knowledge, new wisdom, new ideas, and it ignites your intellect. It stirs your soul and creates a new vision in you. And that is why all the progress which has been made by the human civilization has occurred when the new knowledge has come, like the Renaissance of the 14th century, 15th century, like the French Revolution, the rights of man, and so on. And now recently the climate change, the silent spring, this is somewhere written in Europe and America, and then it traveled everywhere, and now it is easily available everywhere.
Delnet is a lifeline, for researchers and scholars of the country, and we really feel, touched, in fact, with the kind of connections that we have been able to, develop with our researchers and scholars of our member institutions. And because in the previous time, pre-era of the networking like Delnet, they had to search a lot, in finding the references. But now with the assistance of Delnet, at a single window search, they will be able to find it out, what resources are available, and it's definitely creating a difference in the lives of the researchers and scholars because they're able to access not only the resources within the country, any nook and part of the world are being networked, through Delnet, and even we have the international reciprocal agencies, through which Delnet, collaborates to ensure that the information needs of our researchers are being met.
There must be about 300 or more queries coming in, all kinds of. You see, we provide reference information, we provide information on articles, we provide information on books, we provide information on any other subject, experts and other things, all kinds of, and from all over the country, it flows in. And by the evening, the replies have to go, or there are some that are deferred where the information is not available. There is a separate research work going on those, how to collect those resources.
I myself got some idea out of it when the slums were being relocated and new things were being made. I always made a point to make some library there which will make it available to the poor. And I also believe that the government should give more encouragement to such organizations because they are the foundation plank of the society. And more you help them, more the society benefits. Moral tone of it, the social tone of it would certainly improve if we have such organization.
National library policy in India is must because libraries are not properly integrated, library issues are not properly addressed. Even more than 50% states are not having library act. And library cess collected by some of the states are not being used properly for the libraries.
I have been promoting the idea of establishing knowledge centers. Now, what was the purpose of establishing knowledge centers? Because in each discipline in the universe of knowledge, There is so much information coming in around the world. There have to be experts who should select the quality information and put it in the knowledge center. Now, on that subject, all kinds of information from books, manuscripts, websites, interviews, dialogues, discussions, panel discussions, lectures, all this together on a particular subject which has been vetted by experts comes as a knowledge center. And this knowledge center, when it is on the web on a particular subject, it can be used by anybody in the world. I had gone to the United States also. I had given a paper on this subject as to how at international level countries can collaborate in developing these knowledge centers and provide this information even at a small fee to anywhere in the world. So therefore the quality information will reach the people and the latest information will reach the people. Otherwise, if you access any commercial Google or any other site, there are millions of hits. One is confused. You get tired after half an hour, 1 hour of search, and you get frustrated. And whatever you pick up, you use that information, and that gets passed on in the universities also. You get PhDs, you get whatever masters and others.
Knowledge has been transformed from objective and certain to subjective and personal.
Now, I think there is a major challenge before us, and knowledge centers have to get established. We are establishing a knowledge center in Delnet for public.
The greatest tool is knowledge. So the message is, it doesn't matter who you are if you have vision and determination to achieve that vision through constant acquisition of knowledge.
I went to UK, USA, Canada, and some other countries to study how networking of libraries was done, how information was networked. So we started giving training to library professionals, and it was Delnet that for the first time among libraries in India in 1991, we started the email service, which was with the courtesy of NISAT, and about 26 libraries benefited to start with. Delnet was registered as a society in 1992 with Dr. S. Vardarajan as the president and myself as the director. IIC trustees, who were very gracious, they said, we will allow you to use about 2 cubicles in the library for Delnet. They were small places, but at least 3-4 persons could work. Whatever resources were in the libraries, we compiled their catalogs into one union catalog so that everybody could know what is available in other libraries and they could borrow. You see, we had a special software where anyone could send a request through email, and the records, the message information will go from our server back to the user. So that was something for the first time it was done, and eventually the problem was that software vendors were giving software to libraries at a very higher rate, expensive rate. Libraries couldn't afford it. So I was very much against this, and I was wondering that we have to really find a solution to this. It has to be cheaper solution for libraries so that more and more libraries can benefit and get modernized. So I established a small software unit in Delnet, in the IIC library itself, and we started working. So to begin with the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, they sponsored the project for National Bibliographic Database. Now this project was very important, but we had content in different Indian languages that was also to be computerized. So we took up special projects like Asiatic Society Calcutta, Asiatic Society Bombay, International Institute of Tamil Studies, they had records in Tamil. Asiatic Society Calcutta had Bengali records. Punjabi University, we did Punjabi records, and all that. This was for the first time among the libraries in India. We created these records in languages and were made accessible.
We want to make our presence felt in the lives of the researchers and scholars. So where they are, we would really want that the presence of Delnet should be felt, and we are very happy to see that it's happening.
The book connects the people. So many couplets he has written, Thirukural. Nowhere he's talked about Tamil Nadu or his own language, what he has written. Nowhere he talked about which country he belongs to. Can you see the nobility of a mind 2200 years back? He says one place, which is my favorite, Tirukural. Whatever may be the depth of the river, or lake or pond, whatever may be the condition of the water, the lily flower always comes out and blossoms out of that water, whatever depth it is. Similarly, if there is a definite determination to achieve a goal, even if it is impossible to achieve, the man succeeds, man or woman succeeds.
This was a huge task, and we had to create special software, mark-based, these are international standards, for the first time in India.
We have the major prestigious, universities, nearly 300 universities which are a part of our network. We have all prestigious engineering colleges and management institutions, including the big IITs, the IIMs, engineering colleges, medical hospitals, even, they are the part of the network and greatly benefited. And I would also like to mention the accreditation bodies like AICT, All India Council for Technical Education, NAC, as well as the JNTU Hyderabad, they have, incorporated Delnet in their handbooks to encourage that the library professionals, the libraries should come forward and using Delnet services. Yeah.
Then we did a lot of national events, and we also did something internationally. The membership rates were kept the lowest. Since 1999 to this date, we have not increased the membership fee. And before the advent of the web, World Wide Web, what you see today, in 1999, I went to Pakistan. Bajpayee ji had also gone to Pakistan at that time, and Islamabad and Lahore, and then to Sri Lanka, Colombo. I gave online demo to our resources, and they appreciated that there was so much information available on Pakistan or on Sri Lanka in the Delnet database. So 2-3 things we did. One was that the membership rate for SAARC countries should be the same. We didn't increase it. For international institutions, a rate was also limited, just to $500, the minimum. Over the years, we arranged so many programs where international experts were concerned. Delnet Developing Library Network. I felt that the network has to remain in a developing mode and to provide access to information, serve the people, serve their users. Now we have at this stage about 6,000 institutions as members, and we have from 8 countries, some scholars are using it. And within India itself, lakhs of students, teachers and other scholars are using the service. Now today, if anyone is working on any information, within half an hour he will find what is available on this subject, what has already been published, and we have about 3 crore records in our system. A scholar writing a research thesis is stuck for 6 months because of one document, one article or a book, and the message comes to Delnet, and the network manager will find out the information from all kinds of sources, and within hours the information would reach. The basic principle with Delnet is it covers all subjects and caters to all types of libraries, whether it's a school library, a college library, university library, research library, and the fee is the same. A representative of an institution has the equal right. It is not that a bigger institution will have a bigger right and a smaller institution will have a smaller right. That's not there. So every individual representing an institution, however big or small it is, they have equal rights here. They have access to all information. Now, you see, in 1996, we got land from JNU, and JNU administration has been very kind. We are grateful to them. They gave land to us, and all our resources are available for students, teachers of JNU and scholars, and it's a great resource here, and it's a great environment. We really like the. Well, so far as the building is concerned, I will tell you, when JNU gave us land, we had almost no money, and we had to construct. I said, we'll construct. So we raised money through our activities. And the Ministry of Culture, when Mr. Jagmohan was the Minister of Culture, he gave a grant of 1 crore. And thereafter, we have raised a lot of money through our activities, through our services, and you find these 2 buildings which are here. Even the architect, C.P. Kukreja, I told him, I have no money to pay you. You have to prepare the drawings. He said, I will do that. When you get the money, you give me. This environment which you see here is beautiful.
You will certainly realize. Can you all repeat with me, if you don't mind, young fellows? Will you repeat? When I, you're not eaten, when I wish upon a star, makes no difference who I am. Anything my heart desires will come to me.
The greatest gift Indian gurus gave to their disciples was knowledge. And the greatest contribution Delnet is making and will always make is to offer quality information resources and knowledge to its member libraries and their users. The journey of Delnet is on and will always remain on. We are never going to stop.
May God bless you all, friends.